Welcome to the Beastlands. Here, the only law is of the jungle, the only call of the wild. But all is not balanced in these happy hunting grounds, and when aberrant scars of the planescape's great conflicts tarnish these lands, only the noble unicorn knights can preserve the natural order. Or at least their recent contractors can give it their best shot. The quarry is clear, the trail warm. It's time to assemble our hunting party.
Hello, and welcome to our little horror hunting D&D campaign, folks. My name is Austin, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and this week our heroes wait to see if, like the coelacanth, their friend may miraculously return from the dead. Hello, everyone.
You can't just set it up like that.
Kireek put a lot of work into this.
Yeah, well, the best laid plans of mutant bird freaks.
Yeah. All right, we're being rude this week, I see.
Anyway, we've got Jackpot on the slot machine. Welcome to Campaign 3, Season 3, Episode 3 of Rolling with Difficulty Hunting Party.
I think
incredibly exciting.
Maybe this is just like the Pokemon kid in me, but I feel like it was 8s were the jackpot. So we'd have to get to 8 seasons of something before we could really
8 season.
8
did
seasons,
5
8
seasons
campaigns.
of the first campaign.
We missed
Catch
it.
us
We
almost
missed it.
campaign
2.
This is the 8th season of Rolling with Difficulty.
This is the
9th.
This is the 10th. No, this is the
What?
10th.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is 5. Yeah. We're coming up on 5 years, I believe.
Oof,
We're coming up on 5 years.
I am messing up.
If we're counting, I don't know if we want to put this in. If we're counting like in Planescape sessions that we've done, which do include the 2 one-shots
in canon,
from Campaign 1, Episode 10 of this season will be our 100th in-campaign episode.
Whoa!
Or like in
crazy.
Planescape episode.
In canon. Which is incredible. So that's a landmark to look forward to. We're in one right now, a very special episode that none of us could have foreseen. We have a lot to get to, but before we get to it, Sophia, go ahead and yap.
Yeah, I feel like the only appropriate person to pull a card and see how this episode's going to be going is Wally. So Wally, if you could roll a d20 and a d4 for me.
By all means.
Oh, boy.
Let's see what we got here. On the D20, we have a 2. On the D4, if I can find one.
Sophia's making a face.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, God.
You have pulled the Garou dies in a horrible accident card. It's upside down, so it's even worse.
Flips a card of a guy who looks exactly like me in a hot air balloon flying into power lines.
pulled
Is that good?
So what is that? Was that good, or?
You've pulled a representation of the astral sea as a sort of starry visage pulls before you. A representation of the vast variety of choice and possibility. Who knows where this episode's gonna go?
You can't die. Wait, you don't die in the astral sea. You don't
No,
age,
but
you don't
petitioners
die?
are in the astral sea. So if he dies
Force
wrong,
Ghost
he'll go
Garou,
there
yeah.
anyway.
But if you would like to know one more specific possibility that could happen, you could be a listener of Burnt Cookbook Party, our friends who are in the mid-roll promo slot. So stick around for more information from them. And of course, if you enjoyed the podcast and you want to talk with other people who enjoy the podcast, you should check out our Discord server for fun fan conversations. And if you enjoy the show and you want to support us directly, check out our crowd-made merch store for all sorts of fun business. There's some pins still kicking around in there. And our Patreon for fun extra content created by the cast about TTRPGs, the games we've played, the characters we've played, etc. Other games we're trying out, all sorts of fun stuff. So check all of that out. Link to the show notes below. Who knows where we're going this episode, folks? But I'm going to send this back to Austin.
Me.
This is a rudderless ship we are on today,
Thank you.
friends.
All right. Well, with all of that taken care of, I think that without any further ado, it's time we get into Campaign 3, Season 3, Episode 3, Rolling Difficulty Hunting Party. Let's find out the final fate of the Mask of Malar. Could I have everyone except for Wally, please, move to a separate chat? I will visit you all in a moment.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay, see you later. Have fun.
It's
Good luck.
happening.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Garou. You find yourself floating in endless still water. Far above your head, countless stars hang high in the sky, stretching off to the horizon in all directions, where they are reflected back up perfectly in the mirror's still water. Your ears pick up a faint sound, sourceless, the choral sound of 1,000 voices 1,000 miles away, singing in strange harmony. You float in the astral sea. Suddenly, the still water near you begins to churn, to roil. The mirror surface turns from black and starry to a blood red, bubbling and spinning into a whirlpool, beginning to drag you closer, closer. You hear a laugh, distant, oh so familiar after years of service, and the blood begins to stick to your fur. You are pulled towards the center of the whirlpool, faster, faster now, and then there is a flash. Above you, 7 stars flash brightly, and a pair of eyes open to look down at you from eternity. The blood fades, the whirling stops, and the voice comes to you from above that faint choir, a melodious male voice. You are an interesting one, Garou, of Banner Ashfine. Wise to the nature of the Beastlands, and yet careless with those around you. Almost as bent on your own destruction as the destruction of your enemies. What do you say?
Garou sort of stands up in this pool, looks
It's
around.
too deep. You look down.
Oh.
It's water beneath you. You're floating in the astral sea.
Floating, okay. He looks down, looks around for any traces of Malar. He says, "It matters not. I've died. And what's coming for me? Malar, wherever he may be, out. Where exactly is here?"
This is the world between worlds. The place where all petitioners go before they are claimed eventually by their patrons, or by another, should they become interested in such a soul.
And seeing as Malar is not here,
Malar is not here because you have perished in my lady's domain, not the blood gods. Your soul may belong to him, but he cannot claim it until I allow it. At least for the time being. Whether or not he claims it ultimately, possibly, is up to you.
so what then is this interest? Indeed, I guess it may be my rather reckless and a little dishonest pledge to save, nay, purge the Beastlands of the abominations. And yes, that work is still left to be done, but upon death, there's not much I can do.
Well, that is true. And yet I find you interesting nonetheless. Would you prefer a change of scenery? The world between worlds is beautiful in its own way, but he is much nearer here and more likely to eavesdrop. Shall we?
A moment of silence away from Malar would be adequate.
Very well. The eyes close, the stars stop to fade, or the stars fade back to normal luminous, and then you are lightning fast pulled under the water, and I'll be right back with you in just a moment.
Okay.
When last we left our heroes,
Got a lot
the
back
three
in.
of you stand in the middle of the Dusk Trials, this temple to Selûne, where after fighting a hard-fought battle against these corrupted mirror versions of yourselves, your ally, perhaps friend Garou, fell in battle to his own copy. Now, each of you stand looking down from your various vantage points at his dead body lying on one of the stone pillars here. What do you do?
I'm assuming that we've had our
We've hashed out our
that we had.
conversation from last episode.
Yes, the conversation had on the course of action to take.
I will amend it very, very slightly at the end by saying, "Permit me an hour to prepare. I fear that our trials are not yet over, and the time to rest might be vital." So if you'll allow us, DM, a short rest. It's within an hour. It's within 8 hours. Kireek's thing works, so we have plenty of time. We can honestly take a long rest and be like, "We're good."
No.
I know.
That would be playing a little too fast and loose, but
Yeah.
Oh, then it would be like 8 hours and 30 seconds after he died, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it might
Kireek's
be.
like, oh, shame. I guess he's dead permanently.
That's true.
Not the dickhead. What do you want me to say?
Oh no! If only we had. Oh, what is the the thing that lets you slow down the body? There's a cleric spell that lets you
gentle
preserve
repose,
it.
I think.
Gentle repose. Yeah.
Yeah.
If only someone prepped that spell that no one ever bothers to take. Anyway,
Is it under 5th level? The monkey's paw could cast it.
a monkey's paw could cast it. Fantastic. Using essentially a minor wish to cast gentle repose.
Hey, needs
It's like doing a
must.
prestidigitation. All right. Well, yes. Mechanically, there's no reason that you can't take a short rest. So, Kireek,
Cool.
let's get the picture of it. You are down by Garou's body, I
Yes.
assume, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Triss and Katya, what are you two doing here as you prepare to take at least an hour, I suppose 2, if the plan is to take a short rest and then subsequently after attempt to
Garou.
resurrect Garou. So,
Yeah.
what is your kind of demeanor going to be here while you sit down for a short rest?
I think Triss is inclined to sort of let Kireek do his thing and fly up to one of the other pillars and just sort of settle in, because I think she noticed something that she wants to unpack, but she doesn't necessarily want to do it super publicly.
Yeah. Okay, so you head up to get some privacy away from
Just a little bit,
your other
yeah.
party members. Yeah, still within sight, but just a
Sure.
little bit of distance.
Mhm.
And Katya, you're currently standing looking down on this from one of the higher up platforms. What would you like to do?
I think kind of similar to Triss, Katya is not really going to get too far afield for the rest, but she doesn't necessarily want to be directly involved for as crazy as she feels in this moment, being like, I can't believe I have to be the one to say we shouldn't let the asshole die. I think she's going to kind of stand...
Have to be the one is crazy. Kireek was legitimately completely neutral and like, if you want to let this guy die, like, I'm chill with that.
Neutrality is itself
it's just a
still
wild
stance.
suggestion.
It's still crazy that it came down to asking
Like,
Katya.
I really do want to stress that this isn't Kireek like wagging his finger and being like, I know you really want to keep him alive, kind of thing. Like, no, like seriously, like there's no, like, he doesn't want to tip the scale in either way. Like if Katya makes her decision, then that's her decision, like truly and solely. So.
That being the problem, she's in the worst mood you've ever seen her, and it would not take an insight check to tell that she's trying to be incredibly calm as she just sort of like moodily is sitting and like shuffling cards in the corner, keeping a very loose eye on what's going on.
Sure.
Okay. Keeping a loose eye on what's going on. All right, so during the short rest intentions, starting with Kireek, what are you going to do?
I'm going to spend all of my hit dice to vent. I have 14 hit dice because we're at 14th level. I will vent 10 strain and then use the remaining 4 d6 to heal up.
Okay. Fantastic. Anything else?
Oh, wow, that was fantastic. Holy shit.
Good rolls.
Yeah.
Cool. No doubt.
Cool. And by the way, you other Red and Sophia, you both are also taking short rests.
Yes, good.
Okay.
I would also like to get some hit points back, because that kind of stung.
Yeah, I'm also
As
going
we
to spend
discussed
all my
more,
hit
yes.
dice. Get some hit
Okay.
points back.
Hit dice, easy enough to roll
Yep.
and take care of. But I'm curious about some of the other things going on. So, Red
Yes.
just goes up by herself, and what has she noticed?
When she pulled out the monkey's paw, to suggest casting Revivify on Garou. Obviously, that window closed after like a minute. But
yes, which is only just passed, but yes,
yes.
the discussion was had.
Yeah. What she noticed is something that you mentioned in the previous episode when Garou was like, I should be rolling these extra dice from the curse, and you're like, the curse is suppressed in here. And also, the frenzy dice were suppressed in here. And I think when Triss pulls out the monkey's paw, which has become, she's only cast one spell with it, but it's stayed attuned. She's been very like, this thing is extremely useful. It's a very good contingency plan. She pulls it out as a contingency, and she looks down at it, and I think she sees like, why in God's name have I been relying on this thing so much? And this horrible little thought that hasn't been present worms into the back of her head that it was affecting her in a way that she wasn't even aware was possible. And it's not doing it now. So she's going to try and unattune from it over the course of the short rest.
What the fuck?
As you come, the thought cruises your mind as you look down at it, you realize that you still recognize its power, but now there's a distant logical barrier between. You also recognize its danger, and you realize that that thought has been held from you. Until now, the curse prevented you from willingly unattuning to the monkey's paw. It was simply too useful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we know about this?
No, you didn't.
Nope.
As soon as I attuned with it, Austin PM'd me like, you can't willingly unattune from this, don't tell the others. I was like, I'm cursed, you motherfucker. And he was like, you attuned to an item called the monkey's paw.
Are there any other curses that we should know about? You're cursed, I'm cursed, he's
Okay, so I can unattune from this motherfucker? That's okay? That's a thing that can happen?
With the curse suppressed in this temple, you are capable of unattuning from it. So we'll catch back up with that in a minute.
Okay.
Katya, you are going through and just kind of shuffling through your deck, looking down, surveying the whole scene. And as you are kind of taking all of it in, apart from the rest, you notice that Kireek, currently attuning, is distracted. Triss, currently unattuning, is distracted. You look down, though, and notice that something neither of them had seen. When he died, Garou dropped his axe, the axe that he's had this whole time. So he has the weapon of the sands that he got from Gant, but he has the axe that he's been carrying this whole time. And you watch, it looks like it's, like, melting. It's, like, sloughing off. It's changing. The form of it is like kind of dissolving in places, and it's shrinking as it does.
Weird. Let me.
Well, when I said, "Are there any other curses?" I meant that in jest. I didn't expect you to yes and that, Austin. Just to be clear.
I always got your back.
I would love to, if I could try and like very as nonchalantly as possible. Again, Katya is trying to put on the facade of calm. I'd love to walk up and maybe just like touch the axe and cast Identify if at all possible.
Ooh.
Yeah, you go over, and as you look down, you put your hand on it, and it sinks through a bit of, you like come to the head is close to you, and as you put your hand down, it sinks through a bit of material that is basically turning into like sea foam. It's, it's that kind of like, that kind of gross material that's like a little too thick.
Slimy.
You ever seen the ocean? There's kind of like the goop. But it touches something firm in there, and you cast Identify?
Yeah. I take a pearl from my hat of holding and sort of like pass it around worry stone style in one hand.
You reach down, and through the like thick seafoam like material, your fingers touch something firm where the head of the axe was. And you, holding a pearl in your hand, cast Identify. This is the Amulet of Primal Wisdom. A wondrous item, rare, requires attunement by a creature capable of generating ferocity.
What?
It's me.
There was an item in the sand axe that only Katya could use?
Not the sand axe. This is the axe that
Malar
that Garou's had from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
A new hand touches the chosen of Malar.
Motherfucker. She just gets shot 500 feet in the air.
Once a corrupted trophy won by a champion of Malar, this former charm of the Kitten Lord is now returned to its intended form.
Fuck.
While attuned to this item, your wisdom is 19. It has no effect if your wisdom is already 19 or higher.
Holy shit.
What's your wisdom right now, Katya?
10.
Yeah, why would you need wisdom?
There's more. While wearing this amulet, your ferocity functions differently. It accumulates in the same way. However, when you make a wisdom saving throw, triggered by your ferocity becoming equal to or greater than your level, a successful saving throw has a different effect. If you succeed, rather than acting normally, you must still use your action to make a primal strike. However, you may use your movement to approach any target of your choice, and the primal strike is 2 attacks rather than 1. So if you attune to this item, Katya, what happens is your wisdom goes up, but when you succeed on that wisdom saving throw going forward, instead of you get to stay Katya, you still go werecat form,
But you choose
now
the target.
you're briefly in control and you attack twice instead of once.
Okay. There's a lot going on in my brain right now, both as Sophia and as Katya. Because as Sophia, I'm like, okay, they suppress curses at this area, so probably this thing isn't cursed.
I want you to think about that, because you're going to have some time. There's going to be several hours here, and I'm going to leave all of you. We're going to come back and see the fruits of your short rest in just a moment.
Oh boy.
Garou.
Yes.
Suddenly, you're back in Brux. You are standing atop the peak that overlooks the Nama. Salira and Noctis hang in their usual spots low in the sky. However, notably different, you see that just above Salira, there are 7 twinkling stars. The voice that you heard on the astral sea comes to you, this time on the wind. I was impressed by your performance in the Dusk trial. Not the part where you died, obviously. But before that, it showed a surprising amount of insight, more than I would have expected from someone with your history.
My history up until this point, while filled with bloodshed and the terrible things that I've done, have come to weigh heavily on me, and I'm merely tired.
I know it well. I have slumbered for some ages now, aroused briefly when something of interest comes to visit me here at my charge, such as yourself. I understand greatly the need to sleep, and if that is your wish, I will grant it to you and send you to places beyond, into the domain of the Bloodlord. But sleep and rest are different. Knowing all that you have done, if you stayed dead, would your soul truly rest?
I'm afraid not. Malar has plans for me in Carcerai.
That he does. He has plans for you in the Beastlands as well.
True. Although I feel he would not take kindly to me delaying my death.
He certainly would not. There would be consequences for actions, as there always are consequences for actions. But let us not get ahead of ourselves. You are already assuming that you delay death in that case. And that is not yet so. Though your allies do move to accomplish such a thing, one of note attempts to raise you. I think perhaps he has difficulty in moving on. A common fault among mortals.
It is indeed difficult to let go of not just those who you love, but the means to protect them. I imagine Kireek wants to use my soul for his own purposes.
That is likely true. Another common fault among mortals. To use those around them for their own purposes. I say that, and yet, is that not what your patron does with you? My Aliki uses you for her own ends. Noble ends, to be certain, but her own. How do you feel about that?
My Aliki, unlike Malar, has been rather generous with the freedom to carry out her wishes. She chose me of all folks, an enemy to the entirety of her clergy. It's an act of kindness I do not understand.
It is interesting you should see it that way. I think of the way she chooses more as an act of desperation. But there can be nobility, even in a selfish act such as that. There can be forgiveness when one is forced to grant it. Something to ponder. But we turn too far from your current present situation. Your many years in his service have marked your soul, Mask of Malar. The Blood God will claim you, whether you die today or on another. The acts you have committed are too greatly in his service.
I do not wish to wipe my ledger clean. In fact, the blood that flows from it cannot. I believe the acts that flow from it cannot and will not be wiped. But I would like the chance to make clear my word by promise my Leaky to protect the Beastlands.
A job not yet done you wish to see finished. Impressive commitment. I think perhaps that there is a way forward for you. But if you no longer wish to walk the path of the Blood God, some changes will need to be made. If your soul wills it, when your ally, Kireek, as you say, attempts to raise you, then you will return. But if you return as you are, his curse upon you will remain. The one that you know of, the curse of pain, and also the one that you do not. These curses will follow you unless, in this liminal space, you choose to leave him behind once and for all.
Garou sighs rather heavily. It's not as simple as leaving Malar behind. I would be leaving my entire family behind. Their struggles, their history. I'm not merely Garou of Banner Ashvine. I am Garou, the last Banner Ashvine.
This is true. Malar is a part of you. He is a part of your people. And yet, which would be the worst way to honor them? For you to remain true to all that you have been taught, the good and the bad, but to die and be no more. For you to no longer exist to remember them, but to fade and become part of the Tartarian depths. Or to live on, to become something new, to remember them for all they were, for all that was good, for all that was not, but to keep their memory close, and in their memory, and in their honor, do something better for them, something worthwhile. Which do you find to be the wiser path?
I have never, or rather rarely, listened to wisdom. It's a trait accumulated by cowards that merely survive through whatever means necessary. But perhaps now, after all these years, it's about time this old dog learned new tricks.
For someone who despises wisdom so, you seem to contain some yourself. Think. You call it cowardly to do whatever you can to survive, to live by any means necessary, and yet, is that not what the animals do? Is that not as the beasts that are your charges, as a unicorn knight behave? Would you call them cowards? Are they cowards for changing their nature? For adapting to survive? That is the way of nature.
That is indeed the path of beasts. Perhaps I've let the anger blind me to its many branches. And I guess, I believe that as long as I live, my banner lives. As long as the knights need me, I will be there. And as long as the Beastlands need protecting, I will, with every breath of my being, do what I can to protect them.
Well spoken. If you choose, then I may help you. Ending your pact may kill you, or worse. But transferring it, changing it, that may be indeed possible.
If it can be done, let it happen.
It may be, but in order to do it, there are two things needed. First, you must impress me, which you already have in your trial. But there is a layer of formality that must be observed. Second, you must confront the Bloodlord.
That I will do gladly.
Very good. And with that, we're going to jump back to the other characters. I'll give you a moment, Wally, to think about what Garou is going to say to impress this potential patron.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Having fun over here?
Hi.
All right. So, an hour begins to pass. Kireek, repairing yourself, preparing for the ordeal ahead. Triss, unattuning from the monkey's paw.
Yes.
And Katya, you hold, as you finish identifying everything finishes sloughing away, and you see that it still looks like the head of the axe. It's a claw, but it's much smaller now. And as you pick it up, you see there's a loop. It's a charm. It's supposed to go on like a necklace of some kind. You hold the amulet of primal wisdom in your hand. What are you going to do with it?
I think Katya, despite identifying it and knowing that they're in a room of no curses, is still wary of anything that seems to be too good to be true. She's never been given a gift easily before, and particularly from a Malar or one of his followers. So I think she's going to, and I'd love to make like a sleight of hand check for this, because I really don't want anyone else to see it, but I think she's going to try and stick it in the hat of holding secretly.
That sounds excellent to me. If you're fine doing a roll against passive perceptions, I think that... yeah, go ahead.
That's a dirty 20, which I think passes.
Dirty 20, does that beat... I know that beats, yeah, okay.
Because I'm the only one with the 20.
So yeah, with ease into the hat, it vanishes. You put it back on. You go ahead, take your short rest. Triss, we're going to move through the hour here and come to the end of the short rest. Triss, you finish unattuning from the hand. And as you look down at it, as this hour comes to an end, first off, are you attuning to anything else, just out of curiosity?
If I can, I'd like to swap in the Necklace of Adaptation. Triss is very aware of, like, helplessly falling into water and being like, if I wasn't stuck attuned to this fucking useless monkey's paw, I would be able to breathe underwater just fine.
Yeah,
we talked about this. It's not useless. It's actually extremely useful.
It's extremely useful.
Such a small thing, and yet so much trouble over it.
After all, why shouldn't I keep it?
Yes, just for bookkeeping there, you attune. As you attune to the necklace and unattune from the hand, from the paw, you already felt a bit of disgust when you realized the curse. There was, the internal feeling of being had, I think, right? If that's a fair... There's the internal feeling of being had, but as you finish unattuning, there is actually like a much deeper level of revulsion. It feels emotionally like you've as pulling a leech off of your skin does physically.
Ugh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
something
that tracks.
slimy and gross that was drinking of you, attached, has been with difficulty pulled off, and it was this foul thing. It sucks to know it was stuck to you. It sucks to have had to touch it. It sucks that you had to pull it off. All of these emotions come through, and as you do, there is just a brief moment at the end of the attunement. You hear in the back of your mind, "No!" And it completely, like a door shutting, closes. And now any feeling about now you're like completely free of any curse here. You already were free of the curse, but now unattuned. You have a completely even, reasonable look back on everything that happened there.
I think Triss is going to look at this now with clear eyes, very disgusting little thing that she's just had on her belt this entire
still one
fucking
finger
time.
curled.
Yep, from that sending spell. And I think she's gonna like...
important, so useful that you did that.
Yeah, it was! I told Gamimama where we were. It was super useful. Anyway, I can't let this bit escape containment from the streams. Anyway, I'm gonna stick this thing at the bottom of my pack and not talk about it. And I think I'm gonna spend the next hour just doing a little bit of light meditation.
You guys rule. Awesome. Great. Okay.
Seething at the...
Wow, that's so cool that neither
all
of you have
all
the
sitting
cool
in your
magic
own
items
corners of this cavern, sticking stuff in your pockets.
Brooding.
Hey, Austin,
okay.
I would
Triss wants
attune to
to
both
admit-
the amulet and the monkey's paw at the same time.
That's
If I
why
had the
she's
slot,
not telling anybody.
I'd do it.
Okay. And that brings us to Kireek. So the end of the hour passes, and what are you going to do?
Well, okay, the end of the hour passes, and I think I'm going to, I don't know, I might just give a little, like, I don't know if he want to necessarily like announce it, but he'll just kind of like, I don't know, get a look, give a look to Tristine and Katya just from where they are, from where he is, just to kind of signal that he's going to start it, basically, I guess.
Yeah, if that's happening, I think Triss is going to actually move closer and just kind of like stand guard on the assumption that like, this is a temple, we're probably safe, but if anything does come in, this is not something that should be interrupted. So she's kind of going to post up and stand guard, I think.
Yeah, I think Katya's not getting off of the tall ledge, but she'll similarly kind of move in a little closer and like cast an eye down and like arm crossed, watch from a distance and kind of keep an eye on both the ritual and the room.
Very good. Okay. I'm going to have to ask that Red and Sophia move to the other chat, you can don't discuss with Wally what's been going on, but head
Me?
to the,
Bye.
What?
Okay.
Red and
We'll
Sophia
go
head to
send
the
him
other
in.
chat.
Wait, do we send him in or no?
Nope. Just go hang out
Okay.
there. I need to speak to Noir.
Great.
Secrets on secrets on secrets.
All right.
Ugh.
Noir.
Yeah.
Kireek successfully attunes to the ring of mind shielding,
Mm-hmm.
and as you slip it on your finger, you become aware of a presence. As if the same way when someone walks into a room, even if you have your back turned, you can sometimes tell, your brain becomes aware of shared space. And after a moment, you hear the voice of Gant, soul still in this ring, say,
I thought you were gonna leave me in there to rot forever. That was the plan you had, right?
Tell me exactly how one rots in the state that you are in.
Don't get pedantic with me. It's been silence for weeks, keeping me cooped up in here.
It has not been that time. You have no perception of it. How would you know how much time has elapsed?
You think that's better or worse?
It is what it is.
So why now? No, it's not from a company.
No. In fact, the opposite. You are being evicted. A better soul has come to claim occupancy, should he choose it.
You need the space. Let me guess. Furry bastard got himself killed.
You may pass on to the other life, knowing that one of your little desires has been fulfilled, but for a moment.
My question is, not how'd he die, but why bother undoing it? He ain't your friend. If he've ever done anything for you before, no he hasn't. Take it from a killer. He's a killer. Through and through. Got nothing else in there anymore. So let's call a sword a sword.
The decision was not mine. But even if it had been, I would let him live. Should he desire. The choice, the will of the mind, it is ultimately up to him. A sword is a sword, and we need one now.
I hope that wherever you're sending me to, wherever I end up, I get a nice view of the shitstorm you're bringing on yourself. You earned it.
Now, Kireek, you are capable of dispelling him at any time, so if you want to keep his sparkling personality around for the duration of your resurrection, that's fine, but you can also speak to him or dismiss him when you please.
I have a feeling that all the information that I could get out of Gant, I could potentially get out of Garou. So I think I'll just dismiss him now.
And with a thought, he is gone, freeing up the ring space just in case something should go wrong. All right, with that, we're going to begin your resurrection. Now, we have seen you resurrect one character before, but not a player character. So, I want you to describe to me how this process is going to begin, this 1 hour long ritual.
I don't quite remember how I described it when Kireek was resurrecting Kemel, but I think I think this might be consistent. In contrast to perhaps the reverent, holy kind of ritual that a cleric might do when resurrecting one of their fallen, there is nothing reverent about this. Wounds, like you can see tendons, like rejoined together. It's almost from the inside out. Bone mends, then tendon, then muscle, finally skin. And the skin, it is not seamless. It has left scars, and heavy scabbing, but the body repairs itself nonetheless. And I think Kireek will just say, maybe to no one in particular, perhaps to Garou if he is listening.
You are stubborn. You are obstinate. You have been a thorn in our sides, as well as our enemies.
A sword is a sword.
Double-bladed that it may be. But it is that stubbornness and that obstinance that I call to now. For those qualities are qualities of the mind. And the mind...
Rather, what he says is,
And you have shown that your mind is strong. Strong enough to will itself back to life. Prove me right. Or perhaps with your final act you will spite us once more. I expect either outcome.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to send everyone back in. As the charge of what must be done is given to you, Garou, you begin to feel a weight, like in your feet. And a whisper on the wind comes to your ears. And you hear a familiar voice say,
You are stubborn. You are obstinate. You have been a thorn in our side, as well as our enemies. You have shown your mind is strong. Prove me right, or perhaps you will spite us once more.
You hear the voice from the stars come back and say,
The attempt at resurrection has begun. If we are to change things now for you, to change your fate, time is of the essence. So, little Mask of Malar, why should I place my bets and my faith on you?
When I was young, every night, after arduous travel, either across the sands or along the coast of a place known as Kalimshan, my banner would gather, sit, and listen to stories written in the Book of Beasts. With every generation, one story is chosen to be added to the book. It was a great honor to do so. It was a tradition passed on for hundreds of years. And unfortunately, there's only one page left to add a name. Upon coming here, I erroneously wrote on the last page, "Gather around and let me tell you the story of Great Claw Garou." And I spent nights crying, shaking, throwing things about, as I did not know how my story would end. Did not know if I was worthy to write my name within the book, to tell my own story amongst those of my ancestors. I know now. The only way forward is to forge a new path. I wish to tell a story for those that come after me, to those that wish to be a beacon in the dark, to those that want to remind the monsters that stalk them to stay back. I wish to remind the monsters to stay back, to soothe the meek that wander about helplessly, to inspire those to be ever vigilant. Redemption was never a thing I sought. Never a thing I thought to be worthy of. Forgiveness, even so. But in this moment, I owe it to myself. To the knights, to my Leaky, and to my banner, to be that beacon of light.
Make a persuasion check at advantage because you succeeded at the trial at the beginning of this temple.
Okay.
Anyone who succeeded in that trial gained advantage on charisma checks against the keeper, the defender of this temple. So, because you succeeded.
It's a good thing I needed that, because one of those was a natural 1.
Okay.
The other one was a 17 plus 3.
Is it dirty 20?
Yes.
You hear the wind rushes, blows your fur. All the while, by the way, you can feel the weight of yourself. The resurrection is happening right now. And you hear the voice says, "We are none of us owed forgiveness. We are none of us owed redemption. But it does not mean it is too late to change our ways. It does not mean it is too late to act in service of those we have harmed or those who require it. Remember always, Garou, that you are better than the worst thing you've ever done."
Garou merely nods, sighs deeply, says, "All right, I'm ready."
"You have impressed me. Now I send you to him. Speak to him with as much conviction as you have spoken to me, and you will see this journey through. Are you ready?"
Always.
The world whirls around you, and this time you stand again on a mountaintop. But instead of flat and lit by the soft light of twilight, you're on a steep cliffside populated by scraggly, weathered trees. Your soul has arrived in the 4th layer of Carcerai, Colithis, in your patron's domain, the land of the hunt. A shadow is cast down on you, almost blocking all of your vision, and looking up, you see the silhouette of the Blood Lord himself, Malar, massive in all of his glory. He snarls and looks down upon you. "Well, little Mask, it seems your hunt has come to an end. And like all the others before you, a disappointment."
I wouldn't go as far to call it a disappointment. Indeed. If it was merely an end, the following conversation would not be happening. You would merely snatch up my soul, devour it like the rest, But these are interesting circumstances, are they not?
He jumps down, and despite the fact that he's elephant-sized, he lands, like, the ground should shake from how big he is, but instead he lands with perfect cat-like grace and begins to circle around you. And he says, "Yes, they are. You resist me. You're so tethered back behind. I smell a god at work here. And something else. They try to raise your soul. I suppose I should have expected nothing less. Fair enough. You delay the inevitable. But one day, you will die. Painfully, I hope. And then you will end up right back here."
Indeed. But is this not the nature of the hunt? Just when you think you've got your quarry and Garou lays his hand out, it slips out between your fingers, and it continues. Despite our time together, I did enjoy the power you gave me. The blood pumping through your veins as we close in on our quarry, our prey. Except now, as I grow stronger and stronger, the tables might turn.
Many better than you have tried. But I wonder if you set yourself on this path, if you choose to leave me behind after all I have done for you, in spite of your repeated disappointments. Will you have the power necessary to kill Nor? Will you finally be able to take the throat of your quarry if you do not have me at your side? Can your allies grant you that strength? Can this new friend of yours grant you that strength? Or will they temper your rage? Will they ask you to find a better way? Seems like the sort of thing they would do.
Perhaps, but all in good time. And it seems like I have more time than I thought I did. Come on. This is fun, is it not?
He's just circling around you over and over again. He says,
Fun indeed. So you're really going back then? You're really going to leave me behind? You're really going to cast off the Mask of Malar?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Then prepare yourself, little Garou, because the new hunt is about to begin, and this time predator is to become prey. You will live the rest of your short days casting a glance over your shoulder everywhere you go. I will beset any number of foes upon you. All that will answer my call. I will grant them tooth and claw to see you turn to bloody pulp.
Garou merely smiles and he says, I would be disappointed if you didn't. Besides, I do enjoy the hunt.
make an intimidation check.
Ooh. 15 plus 13 is 28.
You see that Malar snarls, pulls back, big cat face and rows of shark teeth, bounds forward, pounces at you, and with that, you are pulled back to Brooks. Again, you are standing on top of that mountain.
Mm-hmm.
This new patron of yours has brought you back. You're not quite resurrected yet, but has brought you closer to their own place of power once more, and away from Malar. You hear, I don't know what I expected, but impressive nonetheless.
Well, I've only known Malar my entire life. I could at least give him the pleasure of knowing the hunt still continues.
He may be deceptive, but in this way he does not lie. You will have many challenges ahead. Your past will follow you perhaps until you die. You need not let any of that change your path forward.
This is the first time in a long time where my path has changed. If my service to Malar is any indication of my, not zeal, determination, change is necessary. But that change does not come with a, what's the word I'm looking for? Diminution in the passion I put towards my words.
Well said. It seems that your friend nears the end of his ritual. You feel now that your body is starting to, like, the weight that was in your feet now extending up past your neck towards your head. I will see you soon face to face. But while we have a moment to ourselves, have you anything to ask of me?
The others, they are still lost in their convictions.
Indeed, all of them failed the trial, and under normal circumstances, they would not have met me. But they travel with you, which will grant them certain privileges.
Yeah. As long as you don't put too much pressure on them. I've seen stronger adventurers break.
This is true. The hardest fought battles are the ones within ourselves. And I know that you have been confronted with the things you do not know about yourselves. By Irin. Not long ago.
That old rat bastard.
Indeed. I judge not. I will merely offer a word of counsel, if one is requested.
Indeed.
Before I send you back, a word of counsel for yourself. The seer you travel with, she is more than she seems to be. If you wish to deal a great blow to Malar, and to his power, if you wish to begin to wipe away the debt upon your soul that one day must be repaid to him, then keep her safe. And maybe add an apology.
Garou frowns for a moment, then chuckles to himself. An apology can be offered. It's more difficult to have one accepted.
That is without your power. Only worry about what is within.
Garou nods and says, I'll do what I can.
I leave you now to see you in a moment. Alright, Wally, keep an eye on I'll let you know when it's time to come back in.
Okay.
The hour commences. Tendons knit back together, sinew, bone, muscle, flesh, fur. Blood begins to fill up where it had once been leaded from this body. You see that the wound on his throat, the killing blow, the jaw marks, turns to scar, leaving a permanent bite in his throat where the death blow was dealt. Is there anything else anyone is doing over the course of this hour?
I think Triss is keeping an eye out. She's a little restless, so she might try to peek down that other corridor where presumably the way forward is, but because also that's the only way into and out of this room now, right? Because all the other doors closed.
That is correct, yeah.
Then I think, yeah, if she's trying to like make sure that nothing bad happens. Well, I guess this cavern is also open to the sky, but to make sure nothing bad happens, I think she wants to keep like half an eye on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to keep an eye. Katya, are you doing anything during this hour that Kireek is attempting to raise Garou?
You know, I think she would normally, under normal circumstances, be inclined to maybe explore a little bit in the same way that Triss is, but I think she's mainly concerned with keeping an eye on to make sure the ritual is actually happening, since she's seen it before. So she's making sure like the motions are happening in the order that she knows they're supposed to. And I think she's a little bit extra on edge because, like, as mentioned, this place suppresses curses, and normally she has that sort of like beast within ferocity always gnawing at the edge of her mind, but here it's not. And I think that that's almost as unsettling as knowing where it is. And so I think that she's not in a good headspace to do any sort of extra investigation.
Hell
Do
yeah.
you
Yeah.
not
Fantastic.
trust Kireek to perform the ritual?
Kireek was dubious about whether he was going to do it or not. I think she's a little bit like, I kind of
Kireek
need to
was-
keep an eye on that.
Kireek, I understand Kireek's intentions, but the fact that Kireek was the one person in the trio who was like, I mean, we could simply keep him dead and it would be fine. Like, it's great, but neither of us said that. So it does make sense. There's a little bit of
Yeah,
like,
because you
is he
guys
gonna
aren't the
do it?
ones resurrecting him, potentially.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Attempting to resurrect. The hour passes, Katya, separated after all that time being aware of your primal self, separated from it. The time almost seems to pass slower. It's not a weight off your shoulders, it's more like a missing limb. Suddenly, that there's this like strange absence there. You watch the ritual continue. Triss, you go and you look down the hallway and you see that it extends probably about 50 feet. And there's a doorway, an archway exactly mirroring the one you're in here. And as you look through, you can't see much. You just see the stone wall on the opposite side, but you hear the very faint trickling of water.
Okay, sounds plot relevant. We'll deal with that later.
Okay. The hour comes to an end. The final wounds turn to scars. Head held. You watch as a moment passes. 2. The chest fills with air. The eyes turn from glassy to lively, and pupils dilate slowly into the bright light. And we wait for Wally to come on in.
And there was much rejoicing.
I sent him a
Yay.
message.
Welcome back to Being Alive
Garou?
Club.
We all wanted you back alive, Wally.
That's debatable, but we wanted Wally around. Garou.
I wanted Garou
Oh, well, yes,
back alive.
yes, sorry.
Wally, Garou, you feel a stiff breath enter your lungs. You are looking up at the sky of Brooks from here inside of this giant stone mountain, looking up through the tall, cavernous space. You feel the stone on your back. Sitting up, you're incredibly stiff. You look down, all of your wounds have closed, but they are all covered in scars on your neck where the death blow of the bite was dealt. You see this permanent long scar of claw teeth marks that mark you forever as having had your throat torn out, basically. But you have beat death. You have returned to the land of the living. At this time, you can go ahead and change all of your warlock levels from Pact of the Archfey to Pact of the Celestial.
Hell yeah, I called it. I called that shit.
We hoped
Okay.
that would happen. Like, it came back better, came back different.
And you can on your own time, if you wish, you can change out any of your features at this point. Spells or invocations can also be changed.
Okay.
Self-actualized Garou is going to be so insufferable. We're gonna be like, actually, you guys could afford to be a little better too. I'm healthy.
I figured my shit out.
What, like it's hard?
Yeah.
You merely have to die. Confront your old patron.
Oh no, Garou's back on his old bullshit again.
I told you to
Allow me to
also.
assist.
I think the first face you see is the beautiful visage of a horrible mutant bird king. And the first thing that you hear is coming out of Kireek's voice, the Rat Lord. Stubborn, right up to the death.
And as it has been proven, beyond that as well. You return.
I'll go and I'll like warrior's handshake, help him up, kind of deal.
Yeah. Garou sort of sits up, before getting off the ground, he gives Kireek a hug. And he says,
Not expecting this.
It was 1,000 years for Garou.
very gently, very quietly, thank you.
It was not my decision.
Oh my
I
god.
gesture to Katya and Justine.
It was not
Welcome
mine
back.
either. We all are in a sort of mutual agreement to not let each other die. I don't know why we keep having this fucking conversation.
Does...
Well, I wanted you back, so welcome
Are
back.
we doing revive rules here? Do I get a piece of Kireek's soul?
Oh.
I have ruled
You
in the
don't
past.
want that.
I have
You
ruled
don't
in the
want
past
any
that
of
the
what he is
talent
right now.
resurrection moves beyond magic. That it is metaphysics acts differently. So
right,
no,
fair
there isn't a carrying over. And in fact, Kireek can
if
raise
you're
you
looking,
from the
if you're
dead
looking for
again.
physical representations of the resurrection, it's like combat medic type stuff. You're
Yeah.
alive,
you
but
look
like,
way
you're
fucked.
fucked.
A
You're
cleric
pretty
resurrection
scarred.
usually does pretty good. This is way more fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you live.
Yeah.
Yeah, your allies stand around you. You look down at the ground, though, Garou, and you notice that you do not see your axe. Instead, there is just like a puddle of like sludge, brown sludge that is basically kind of axe-shaped, where your weapon once was.
Garou...
Guys, it's only been an hour.
Right.
2 hours.
Oh man, sorry, I saw the drawing in the other chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, Garou says, glad to be finally rid of that. Well, how's everyone else?
So are we to
Better
take
than ever,
this
I
that
think.
you means you've turned a new leaf? You are suddenly not the follower of Malar like you've been for the last, I don't know, entire time we've known you?
And what about the curse? Is that still... I mean, it's suppressed here, but... The, like, branding thing on your chest that happened.
Yeah, Garou's gonna look around and see if Malar's brand is still on him.
All gone.
I have indeed left Malar behind. The mask has been taken off.
Congratulations.
Unfortunately, the bad news is it's not the last we will hear of him. He will send his worst to come after me and the rest of you. But at least it gives me an excuse to continue to kill things indiscriminately.
Well, he'd already sent you after me, so I suppose how much worse could it possibly get?
Certainly, a marked change in disposition to admit that Malar can send worse things than you.
Perhaps.
He wouldn't say Malar. He'd say Malar in Garou's voice now that I'm thinking about it.
Malar.
Malar.
YouTube poop energy.
It kind of is. Shit.
Not to,
Okay, hold on.
I hate to perhaps open an old wound, but any word of the fate of your people while you were between realms, as it were?
As far as I know, Malar still holds their souls. But that, we have time on that. there are more pressing matters. We must reach the summit. And indeed, you must meet my new patron.
Oh. Here?
Stuff.
I suppose that does make sense. To die in a temple is... I will stop speculating. Shall we continue, if we're all in good health and high spirits? Looking around at, like, Katya and Kireek looking possibly the worst she's ever seen them.
Garou's at 1 hit points.
Yes.
How does...
I'm so here's what's gonna happen.
Very weak. Sorry, go on.
I'm going to spend 10 strain.
Woo!
5, and then vent, because I did not actually vent, even though I said I was going to do so last episode. We instead took the short rest. No, remember, it was the whole thing about, like, I had 10, and then I vented down to 5, and then that kind of thing. I am at, where am I at currently? I'm at 5 currently. With the strain, vent, strain, I'm back at 10. So not the best, but, like, this is probably necessary. So that I can give you 10d10 hit points.
Okay, huge.
Yeah. Unless you have any diseases you want neutralized.
None.
Malar gave you measles while you were dead.
He's got the mumps.
Okay. And I believe, as we established, I can re-roll ones because of my healer feat thing.
Yeah, because it says it says like spells as well, right?
Yeah, re-roll die from healing spell or battle medic benefit on a 1. Must use new roll.
So yeah, this is your version of spells. You know, using core 5e mechanics on third
62.
party content.
62?
Wow.
Okay, huge. Cool. During this time, I'll use 10 minutes to restore pack slot. So I have that going for me.
We're all getting in our stretches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know what lies ahead, how does our standards fare?
I merely know the destination, not the troubles along the path. So, if you're ready.
We proceed.
Very well.
Okay.
All right.
Down the hallway you walk up over the ledge. And down the hallway, down this narrow little space, rough walls. You hear the trickle of water getting louder and louder as you approach. And as you make it to the end of the hallway, you enter the final room of this temple. In all of its glory, it is actually somewhat unremarkable. The walls are the same orangey
really
stone as the
powerful.
mountain, worn smooth but otherwise bare. The floors are covered in finely woven carpets, ornate but very thin under your feet. There are a few shelves made of rough, unfinished wood. They house multiple clay pots with strange plants growing from them. A round pool of water, being fed by a trickle running down a wall in a thin rivulet, sits across the room from you, reminiscent of the Nama outside. On the wall behind it, painted in ink so long ago it's practically faded to nothing, is the ghost of an image. 7 stars surrounding 2 dark eyes. Suddenly, the water from the gentle pool begins to stir and darken, and you see that it is a shadow emerging from deep within this seemingly shallow pool of water. It comes to the surface, and breaking through, you see a long, slender body, clad in golden scales like a koi. The water runs off as it rises, flowing down first twisted horn, then a white mane, white beard. It shakes itself like a dog, small droplets raining down on each of you. Never for a moment does it touch the ground. The Chiron turns to appraise all of you. And that is where we'll go ahead and take our break.
No. Okay.
Like the centaur Chiron or
No.
Kyrene, actually, I think is the correct pronunciation. They are celestials.
check on this?
I will send you. Well, why don't we do that when we get back from
Yeah.
Rolling with difficulty.
Hello, Rolling with Difficulty fans. I'm Jenna Stieber, and I'm here to tell you about Burnt Cookbook Party. It's a comedic Pathfinder actual play podcast where 4 heroes of varying skills, attractiveness, and stupidity race to prevent a time loop from resetting the entire game. The stakes may be high, but they're only cooked medium rare. Join Himbo Ifrit Paladin Johnny Brightchild, Fey-addled Oracle Astra Blep, dry-witted Battle Chef Zelf, and Ratfolk for the People Patty Hertz as they attempt to uncover what's causing the time loop and put a stop to it, while preventing everybody else in the party from learning their own dark pasts. If you want a taste of how we play but aren't ready to commit to 3 years of back episodes, try the easily digestible 7-part mini-campaign we released back in December. It's called Kill Santa, and you'll never guess what the plot is. So grab your listening device, crack open that podcast app, and find our feed at Burnt Cookbook Party, or go to bcbparty.com to give a listen.
Rolling with difficulty.
And welcome back. When last we left our heroes, you found yourselves in the final room of the Dusk Trial, this temple to saloon, and you met its keeper and the new patron for Garou, which I just asked Mr. Matt Mercer on D&D Beyond, and he informs me it's pronounced Kirin. So that's what we're going with, Kirin.
Like
Kieran.
Kieran Gillen?
Kirin. Yeah, Kirin. So, you stand in front of this celestial, part unicorn, part like koi fish, interesting long white beard, fascinating creature, this Kirin. And you see that floating in the air, feet gently, as if it was doggy paddling in very gentle water, its little hooved feet gently paddling the air, and you hear it says, "Welcome to my chamber. I am Amayali, the keeper of this temple and the things contained within. You have passed the trials that my lady has set for any who wish to enter, and now you have won by audience. What can I do for you, Unicorn Knights?"
Triss is gonna bow and then wait to see if Garou wants to talk because this is his patron now. But if not, she'll talk.
Garou starts fighting him because that's all he knows. That's like,
Barlow
Roll
did.
initiative.
Guru goes, well, okay, well, I'm used to fighting my patron, so let's put this one apart.
This is how we show affection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think notably, like, this is usually when Katya would just start immediately instinctively talking about whatever the situation is, but she's in a really bad mood and does not pipe
Yeah.
up first. Like, she's kind of, like, sitting back and letting everyone else take lead on this one.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think if Garu's not going to talk, then Triss is going to take a
I
step
mean,
forward.
sensing everybody else's hesitancy, Guru will take the lead here. Says, "An honor to meet you in person."
"Yes, indeed. It's curious. When the 4 of you first entered my temple and roused me from my sleep, I wasn't sure if I was going to help you or not. Now it seems like all of it was inevitable to begin with."
That indeed. We
It
come
is
here.
an honor to
We come here in search of a solution. Beastlands, specifically Brooks, here, is under the corruption of a creature known as an aboleth. There's a sickness in the waters, and we are looking for a solution to purify them.
Yes. And so you come to me because the waters that run near my lair, are they themselves kept pure and clean?
Yes, that is why we came here in the first place.
I will help how I can. I think that perhaps I have a solution for you. While the effect of my lair cannot be moved, I cannot abandon my station here guarding this temple, nor can I move the lair to wherever I wish. It is possible, in some way, to take the blessing of my powers with you.
Will it weaken this place?
I should think not, but it is only a guess. I have many, many ages of knowledge, gathered and learned. I have many, many eyes that feed me information from all over. But I am not omniscient myself. I do not know all. This is merely an educated guess.
If you're willing to take that risk, it would be an honor to carry this blessing outward and potentially purify this land.
Noble unicorn knights on a noble mission. Curious to see four together, however. Usually, the chosen of my Leaky are, like herself, devout individualists. Or loners, if you prefer.
Well,
That
there's no exception here. But these are extenuating circumstances. The threat is acute. It requires a concentration of her forces.
Indeed. I will help how I can, however, if you will indulge me, I would like to take a moment to ask something of each of you.
It's only fair.
Very well.
How did you find my trials?
I will mimic the Delphin's song.
Very wise. They carry much knowledge forbidden to most. But I mean, how did you find them? Their experience.
Rate on 1 to 5 stars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scan our QR code on the wall.
25% tip minimum.
They're asking.
Yes.
He's asking how we found the Delphins.
No, how
He's
we
asking
feel
how
about the
you
trials
found-
that we went through.
How were the challenges?
Oh,
Not really how did you locate them, but how did you find them? Yeah.
I
Do
see,
you
okay.
have roses and thorns for me? Perhaps a compliment sandwich.
Please
Sorry.
make all criticism constructive.
We gotta get the fuck out of here.
perhaps as designed, they were trying.
Indeed. The notion of the thing is that it is hardest to face oneself. I suppose that held true for most of you.
It's a familiar battle to some, but I think it was enlightening. And it all worked out, which is good.
Perhaps fortunate for you, many have failed. In fact, 3 of you have. But you stand in my presence now because of the one who did not.
Your generosity is greatly appreciated.
Well, there are things perhaps more important at stake than who is allowed or not allowed to enter my chambers. At this point, comes down to the ground and just like nestles down on one of these kind of thin little rugs there, folds legs up underneath it like a little horse.
Aw.
It's pretty horse-like, but it's much more. He's much more slender. You know, he's slender and longer. He's got kind of that fish vibe going on a little bit. Very well. You see that he shakes out the last water from his mane, he says. You wish to cleanse the waters. In this place there are many. It is not a small task, and cannot be done all at once, I do not think. But I do have the power contained within. If you would but... And tilts the head so that all the hair falls towards and says, remove a lock of my hair.
Gonna look to Garou on that one.
Yeah.
I feel like probably only the worthy can do that.
Garou will step forward. He has his small little sacrificial hand axe and cut a lock of the hair off.
Yeah, you cut off a decent little chunk there. The Kirin sits back up again and says, many a potion, many an item of power has been crafted using the hair of a Kirin. I think perhaps that such a thing may be done again, but it will need to be a little bit more lasting, more potent. If you wish to cleanse the waters, a potion will not be sufficient. Casting the hairs about will not be sufficient. You will need to combine them with something that may cleanse the water for you. And you see it turns toward the pool now, and the water begins to shimmer as it did before when the Kirin emerged. And floating out of the pool, you see a purple crystal emerges, many-faceted, and then it floats toward Kireek.
I take it.
A power plundered from an evil source, but a powerful one. Contained within is a psionic power that you may use to combine two living things into one. Use this power. Merge the hair from my head with a clam from the seas. Plant these creatures in the bodies of water, and they will clean it of the aboleth's poison. Or at least
Austin,
that is the theory.
Awesome. This is awesome and it rules.
Thank you.
Bivalves stay winning.
That's why you had the fucking bivalve thing at last session.
That makes sense.
Comes
There we
back
go.
to bivalves, baby.
I thought we were all gonna we'll bond with the hair and become purifiers ourselves. It's like clams, bitch.
Garou starts
So
putting it on
much
his
better.
bald spot.
All
you know.
evolution leads to clam in Beastland.
Garou just use it to like get a single strand of white hair instead of a
Yep.
bald spot.
I'm going to send this to you, all of you, because I can't make a spell for you, Kireek, but I'll read it aloud. This is a psionic crystal. Contained within is the psionic power Abominate. Fourth order power. That's not a spell. I don't know why. Ignore that. Manifestation time, 1 action. Range, 60 feet. Duration, concentration, up to 1 hour. You target 4 small beasts, 2 medium beasts that you can see within range. Alternatively, one of these creatures can be one of the following creature types: aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fiend, monstrosity, or plant. Each creature makes a constitution saving throw. If the save fails, the creatures merge into a new being. This power warps and distorts the effective creature. They merge into one large creature that shares all creature types with the targets of this power. This transformation lasts until it is reduced to 0 hit points or until your concentration ends. If you concentrate for the full hour, then the transformation becomes permanent until dispelled by a greater restoration, 4th order restoration power, or similar. If the creature reverts to its natural form as a result of taking damage, any damage in excess of its hit points is taken by the natural form, divided evenly among the targets. The creature appears as a combination of the targets merged together by the power. It is friendly to you and your allies. In combat, it takes its turn immediately after you. It obeys any verbal commands you issue, no action required. If you do not issue any commands, it takes the dodge action. And then there is a stat block that I will get to you if this is ever used to create a combatant, Kireek.
So is this
Okay.
is this crystal effectively a scroll, or is it
It's a scroll, so
allowing...
Kireek's gonna have to learn it.
Okay,
Okay.
but Kireek
Gotcha.
can learn the power and then use it
He
at
can
his
learn
discretion.
psionic powers. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Sick.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Take this to
Go.
the sessile
Abominations.
pools.
I choose you. Just
Take this to
Ugh.
the sessile pools. You will find creatures there. Powerful. Powerful's not the right word. You will find creatures there, sturdy enough for the job, known as the sarcophagus clams.
Not at all ominous.
That's probably fine.
Sarcophagus claims plus Kieran hair equals cure. Gotcha.
Nice. How do you spell
Then-
Kirin, just for my notes?
It's Ki-RIN.
Oh, not even close to what I
Kirin.
guessed.
You will need many. There are many pools of water here corrupted, and they will need to be placed in each one. Within the pools and at the headwaters of each river.
Oh Jesus Christ. This is gonna take a while. Kireek is gonna take. Kireek has got to just basically like spam learn the power
Yes.
first, and then there's only so many times he can cast it per day. But if that is all, like he can cast a lot, but that's gonna be all he's casting that day.
We can check the
more or
map and see
less.
how many pools of water and like estimate how many clams we need. It's 4 small creatures per casting.
I mean, yes, but the engineer in me is like 2n+1 clams.
right?
You know,
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah,
if there
obviously
are
we
n
want
bodies
we
of-
want spare clams.
Let's
we want
remember
extra
we
for
want
clams
a
in
spare
moment
pile.
clams.
that we live in a world where magic is real, and I think we can make the math work if we try hard and believe in ourselves.
Maybe the mutant clams can start breeding true. We just carry around an aquarium full of them, and they just, spawn little clam babies. I don't know how
let's
clams
start-
reproduce.
Clam
Let's just
farming.
do Stardew
Okay.
Valley for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
There is a very small part of me that just remembers what zebra mussels did to the Great Lakes watershed, and I'm just like, I sure hope this doesn't have devastating consequences down
A
the line.
quick glance at the
There-
map shows that there's about 5 bodies of water or rivers that we would likely need to do. So if we start with 5,
But there's those little ponds, right? There's an area that's just chock-a with little ponds and lakes and
The
stuff.
sessile pools is where the Kirin
Right.
has said you need to go.
Mhm.
So yes, you have the sessile pools, harbor. There is the east and west river,
yes,
the Holt, which is the domain of the Otter Lord, the Swanmaze Synod, which is the form of the lichens, and the wells. So that's 7 total locations, but when you go to the sessile pools, that would be one of them, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And then it said in the bodies of water, but also at the head rivers as well. So are we counting
it
those?
says it
or...
needs to be in the body. Basically, it's just giving you a place to go. You can't go to the very bottom of the river because then it won't clean the water that's upstream, you know?
Yeah.
You need to put them, if you're like for harbor, they just need to be in harbor. For the rivers, they'll need to be placed where the rivers start.
I see.
Which, in terms of our map, the map is the corrupted area, right? That's where the corruption is spread to. So you need to go to the start of these rivers in this that you see on this map.
yes.
And there's of course Siege as well, but that is a huge body of water.
Yeah. It's probably gonna stay. I don't know if there's an aboleth that's actively living there, right? Like,
I believe
But
that
that'll
would-
help us narrow it down. Whatever waters don't become purified are being actively tainted by an aboleth's presence.
that's
Probably. Did we just say that?
it's
Sorry.
like reverse triangulation, where
Yes.
instead of the triangulation,
Well, weaken the
identify- it's
hold
like
the
where it's
Eboleth
not
has on the
triangulating is
Beastlands, thus making them easier to defeat when we find them and helping us locate them. This is
Well, one of the things we learned is that the aboleth can travel to any waters it's corrupted. By doing this, we cut off its escape route, so we'll be able to corner it in its lair.
yes.
But I think what Red's
You
also
see
saying
the
is that-
Kirin nods and says, "Wise, despite what some may think."
What?
I don't know
Am I
which
getting
one of us
big
it was
posted about?
insulting, but yeah.
Well,
Well,
You knew the warlock patron is subtweeting me, dude.
well, I don't know the details of your trial, so they could be right here. We have our cure, or at least the ingredients for one.
Yes, I suppose
Yes,
we shouldn't
indeed.
impose on your hospitality any longer than necessary.
I am already awakened. If you have any questions you wish to ask me, I would not be opposed to the conversation. Many have sought out my wisdom in the past. I would be happy to grant it to you, if you desire.
Anyone got
Red, you
burning
seem like you have a
questions?
thought. Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm like racking my brain. I have so
very-
few lore questions compared to previous
Very
characters.
very powerful celestial creature. Can do many different things depending on what you might want to ask of it. To ask of him.
I think Kireek might pipe up.
Why were our actions in the trials deemed failures?
Because it shows you lack a self-awareness. It shows you lack an understanding of your own weaknesses.
Yeah, Triss is just nodding. She's like, yeah, no, I got it. I know when I fucked up.
But I
Oh, yes.
am aware. And I chose anyway.
When you made your choice, and indeed when any person makes a choice, any mortal that is, with the strength of free will, it is done because they believe it is a justified choice. They may think it harmful to others. They may think it harmful to themselves. They may think in some greater scheme that it is wrong. But they made the choice nonetheless because they found it justified. You must be able to overcome the conviction in your own justified choice. That is where inner strength lies, and is a necessary requirement for any who wish to succeed at the Dusk Trial. In other words, rises back into the air and comes closer to you, Kireek, kind of looking down, maybe with maybe whether you feel like you're being looked down on or not is up to you, but it does float above you and looks down and says, "You say you believe it was the wrong choice, but the fact you made it means that ultimately you do not truly think it so. You thought that you had a good reason not to."
Sorry, can you repeat that? You said because you made the wrong choice or something like that.
You knew you were making the wrong choice, but because you because you made that choice, ultimately that believes that in some way you still kind of thought it was right. Like you thought it was you thought there was a justification, or that you thought that there was a justification to it, even if you were like, oh well, ultimately this is the wrong choice for the trial. My decision is justified in some way, otherwise you wouldn't have made it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You would never.
I see.
Amayali's point being that no choice anyone has ever made, any mortal has ever made, they made without thinking that they were at least in some way justified making that choice.
I think Triss will just fully say, the choice I made was to take all danger and responsibility onto my own shoulders again. It was almost habitual. I'm not accustomed to justifying my choices to others, and I'm not going to do so here. It's clear that you disagree, but I think I have learned over time that the error in my logic is not that there is a better way to take everything onto my shoulders, but that perhaps the venture is doomed from the very start.
You see that the Kirin turns to look at you and says, "I'm glad to hear you say it. I mean, what good are these tests if you do not learn anything from them.
If I can help it, I try not to make the same mistake twice.
You will. Do not
Yes.
hold it against yourself. It is part of the beauty of being mortal.
I suppose so.
I acknowledge the other perspective. The gift and the curse of perfect recall means that there is ample time for rumination. I have considered the angles, and I still deem my choice to be correct for me, even if your arbitration deems it a failure. It is not from lack of awareness. It is from many. It is from much time to think and to decide. Who that was before is dead. This is who remains.
You see that the Kirin looks at Garou, acknowledging conversation from before, and then looks at Kireek and says, "If that is what you believe, if that is what you know deep down, then who am I to say that you are wrong?"
Repair my mural then, please.
No.
Retake
Can
the
I get extra
trial,
credit?
and we shall see.
There's retakes?
Yeah, you just gotta
Wow.
fight. You're just gonna fight your evil selves again.
Guys, no.
I mean,
yeah.
that wasn't
Please.
so bad.
Why?
Does anyone else have anything they want to ask? Amayali.
I think we are quits. Our wizard
Christine has-
sees much but says little.
Yeah, Triss has noticed that Katya hasn't said shit since we got here. So, just,
I have no questions to ask. I feel confident that I made my decision a lifetime ago, and it was not going to be changed by a single trial. The creature
That is likely true.
I am grateful that you have given us a way to cleanse the waters. That was our goal in coming here, and we will do our best to be acting in the best interest of all in this lair. And as you reside here, well, that includes you. Your help is appreciated.
As is yours. If I may offer a bit of wisdom to you, though unasked for, your choice was made long ago. But many choices can be remade, over and over, every day, and, in some rare cases, changed. Look no further than Garou for proof of that.
I'd prefer to never look at Garou again if I could help it, but point taken.
You advocate for his resurrection, yet you gripe about his continued presence.
You asked me if we should bring back to life a man who has done nothing but abuse me since we met him. You made me choose between being a raging evil asshole or letting someone continue to abuse me.
Is
Stop
it evil?
saying
Is it evil? Is it evil to defend oneself? To protect the self?
no. You.
Is it evil to protect the self? Stray.
I'm done with this fucking conversation. Katya's gonna find an exit to the room and just start trying to leave. Like, she's not having this conversation here.
Yeah, you can walk back out.
Garou in the corner, or at least stepped back watching Kireek go into this rant of, is it evil? And he says, calm yourself, knight. I have been where you stand. I am forever grateful and in debt to stand with the three of you once more.
Katya's not in the room.
yes.
With the two of you once more. As for Katya, I have a lifetime of apologies ahead of me. We must be tighter in tactics and in our interactions with each other. Otherwise, death won't be the thing that derails our mission to cleanse the Beastlands. Like my patron says, every day is a day to make a new decision, to change your mind. And I'm grateful for today.
You see Amiela nods and says, every day, a new one. With the rising dawn, she may never forgive you, and she would be justified to. It is your burden to bear, and your challenge to expect nothing, and work for it anyway.
Garou merely nods. He says, if I have any questions, I will contact you.
I look forward to it. I will see you then in my dreams, but before you go, perhaps a parting gift. Something to loan. I am stationed here, guarding many items of great power. And if you do not wish to have your throat ripped out again, perhaps you may take this. You see that once more the pool ripples a shadow, and you see emerging out of the water, water pouring off of it, is armor. You see a long chain shirt of shimmering sunset colors. Moves forward, and Garou, you take it into your hands.
Garou graciously accepts it. A small tear at the corner of his eyes says, reborn again between the sun and the moon.
Just like the day. This is something you can look up, Wally. This is a custom magic item. This is Saloon's Chain. This is a +3 elven chain shirt. While you wear this armor, as a bonus action, you can choose one creature within 30 feet of you, yourself included, and do one of the following. Grant that creature 1d6 temporary hit points, and one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened. You may use this ability a number of days equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses at dawn.
So the options are hit points, charmed, or frightened. It's not hit points and charmed or frightened.
Nope. Okay. No. But he could do it multiple times. As a bonus action, he could do it multiple times, right? So he could grant 1d6 temporary hit points, or he could do. Additionally, you get to roll on the magic item beneficial properties table. So you get one minor and one major. So why don't you break out a D100 and let's populate that
hell
here.
Yeah, D100s, baby.
Everything's coming up, Garou.
Let's go. I only had to die for it.
Yeah, well.
Sometimes
there are harder ways to experience character development.
All right, here we go. First one.
First for the minor.
72.
72. You are going to get, while attuned to this artifact, you can cast one level 2 spell from it. After you cast the spell, roll a d6. On a 1 through 5, you can't cast it again in this way until the next dawn. So we're going to get a second level spell for you. So let me write that down because I don't know what it's going to be yet. But go ahead and roll your second D100.
All right. That is a 18.
Okay,
yes.
18. While attuned to this artifact, one of your ability scores increases by 2 to a maximum of 24.
Huh?
Pretty good.
Yep.
What are you going to buff? What's it going to be?
Let's see. What are we going to buff? I think that it is going to be... I'm trying to think. because it's Saloon's chainmail. So it's not custom for Garou. So I don't think it's going to increase charisma. I think it's going to increase your wisdom by 2.
Okay.
Which is going to give you, it's going to give you a +2 to wisdom, which will round out your wisdom at a 10 and no longer give you a penalty.
No.
Hell yeah. I'll take it.
All right. Very good. So you have your new magic item. You know how to reach me if you need to, Garou. Go well now.
Garou merely politely bows, and he says, "Let's go get Katya. Let's get out of here."
Triss is also gonna bow.
Kireek will bow.
Okay. And with that, each of you go to leave the temple.
As we're out of earshot of, I forget the Kiran's name. Whatever.
Oh, Amayali.
Amayali. Okay. As we've exited out of Amayali's earshot or whatever, I will say to Garou, not quietly, like Tristine can hear it.
You are but on the first step of redemption.
I know where you stand.
It is only one step away. To make things clear. The path is never ending. The point is to walk it anyway.
And it will be a lot easier with you right next to me.
We shall see.
Yeah,
All
Garou
right.
won't pry, and we're gonna go find Katya.
You guys exit out of the temple. The door now is just at ground level. You don't emerge out onto that tenuous little ledge. It's just some strange physics of the place. You emerge out, but as you look back, the wall turns back into that, fades back into stone, and there is no more door there. You suspect if you wanted to find it again, you'd have to go look for it.
Yep.
You look around. Sophia, do they see Katya?
Oh,
No, they do not.
Jesus Christ.
You look around, you see the kangaroos lazing in the shade, the massive wombats that are hanging out by the pool, the monitor lizard still basking on its rock, even though now it's been hours and Salira and Noctos have turned in the sky even further. The shadows now stretching in a completely different direction. You look around, you don't see Katya anywhere.
By the stars, this is frustrating to see from the outside. All right,
Well,
Remaining Unicorn Knights, what do you want to do?
well, we gotta see if we can find Katya. We're in the middle of nowhere. Everywhere in the Beastlands is the middle of nowhere.
Everywhere in the Beastlands is the middle of nowhere. Well said.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Can I make a survival check to see if I can spot tracks?
Survival check would be apt here.
Sophia, my question to you, this is just like contested insight checks. Do you want the other players to be able to potentially find Katya, or are her tracks indecipherable?
I think she's extremely skilled at escaping from situations. She has a lifetime, as much as her lifetime has been, of getting out of places unseen. I don't think they can find her unless someone gets like a nat 20 on some shit. Like, I think
Good
she's
Lord.
gone.
I will, with that from Sophia as the player for Katya, I will allow a survival check for anyone who wants to roll a survival check here, for some potential something.
That is not a nat 20.
What did you get total?
14.
14. Yeah, looking around,
Wait.
you do not see... Oh, okay.
Yes, 14. Sorry. No,
Okay.
we're good.
You don't see any sign.
I will manifest. It's a first order power, so I don't take any strain. Sharpened senses. You make a perception check to detect hidden creatures, doors, objects, or traps in your immediate surroundings focusing your senses psionically to grant you advantage on the check. So instead
Sure.
of survival, it's perception, and I have advantage on it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty good, but it's at a 22 total, not a nat 20.
On a 22 total. So on a 22 total, my only question for Katya is, what is the general direction back towards the desert, further into the mountains, or out towards the river that you think Katya is going to head in?
She's heading, I think if you look at the map, it's sort of southeast. So it looks like towards the wallows from where we are, but just kind of in that southeast direction.
Going about 30 steps southeast, you find snagged on a tree a single really long black hair. But you don't see any footprints or anything that give you any indication for like an actual route, just this vague notion of out there.
All right. I'll collect the hair, and I'll stow it back.
For later.
Yeah, I'll stow it away. I'll return to the party. No, ew. Austin's making a flossing motion.
To be clear, this isn't like Gen Z flossing. This is flossing his teeth.
Yeah.
The worst
like the
option.
timeless flossing. I don't know. I'll return to the other two, and I will say,
She does not wish to be found. What she said in there was not untrue. So if she wishes time away from her abuser, then so be it. This is as tranquil a place as any to wait for her return, should she return.
You posed an unkind choice to her, Kireek.
And I suppose then I would be the villain for letting her die. For letting him die. I suppose it is a role I am used to taking on then.
There is no villain here. This is a team. We are Unicorn Knights.
evil bastard option.
Tell her that.
None of us are bound to this. If she wishes to leave, none of us have the right to prevent her, but she has chosen to be here, as have we all.
And she's made the decision to run. Maybe not run. Garou thinks his words again. Rethinks of his words again. He says, she needs space. This has been a very difficult day. Perhaps a moment of rest here. The night, if she's not back, and the next day we will go look for her. But for now, we wait.
We are allies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Make
We
an
are
insight
allies.
Inside check?
We did the same thing both again. Please, Noir, finish what you were going to say.
We are allies. But this day has uncovered a pattern of the stray simply presenting opinions that just run counter to that which is being presented to her. Perhaps she has believed her own foretellings, that she can only see the future and has no influence over it. So, perhaps it was my folly to believe that she possessed the power to make such a choice, difficult as it may have been.
I believe the difficulty is not in making the choice. It is in having the choice presented to her as a choice. When an ally falls, we pick them back up.
Define ally.
It's the word you used.
It is the word I use, but I questioned if it was the one she would have, which is why I asked.
I have been on teams that were friends. As much as I would enjoy describing us the same way, I don't believe that's accurate, which is unfortunate. But an alliance does not need to be based on friendship. We all have the same goals. The Beastlands need to be preserved. We are the best ones to do it. When an ally falls, you pick them back up because you are stronger together. Even if you must frame it selfishly, it is still vital to be aware that to allow thoughts of efficiency to cloud one's judgment is dangerous in a tactical situation. I think many of us believe we are better alone, but I believe history has proven that this is never true. If you had let Garou die, we would have been weaker for it, and we would have never gotten our audience with the Kireek. Only Garou's success is what granted us this solution to save the Beastlands.
And yet she does not see. She does not see the magnanimity that she possesses. She lashes out, and the problem persists.
It took me 10 years alone, angry, murderous, conniving in the Beastlands, to finally be given the different option, a new path forward. And even then, I refused to take it until I had died. These things take time.
Katya is scared, and she doesn't think she can trust any of us. And what you did to her, Kireek, I think was very unkind. Because of all of us, I believe you are the only one she trusts as a friend.
It is because she sees me as one that I offered the choice. Would she have even listened otherwise? But it is clear that even two, one as close.
Garou
as she
stops
and
for a
I
moment.
may be.
And what choice was that?
Has that not come up yet?
I fucking said it was not my decision. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it was implied, but...
I left it to her. And her.
Gesturing to Tristine.
Whether you should be resurrected. We were not privy to your transformation. Perhaps you were on the brink of change. But we did not see it. And there was the possibility that change came too late. You have been a plague on us. No matter what your transformation may say otherwise now, I am open to the idea of your change. But it was left to her, whom you have tormented each step of the way, from the first moment we had met. I left it into her hands, whether your life would be resurrected or not.
We had an alternative. Your life was not entirely in Kireek's hands. I elected to trust him after our conversation. I believe we are suffering from a philosophical difference. I do not believe it is a choice to save a life when the option is there.
I would not have had my choice if resurrection was not possible in the first place. I consider myself lucky. It was not my actions, certainly not my words, that have brought me back here to the Beastlands. Indeed, it is the result of my allies that I am still here, and that we march forward.
I don't have trouble. I don't have trouble with the decision she had made, far from it. I have trouble with her inability to stand by that choice.
She stands by the choice, but in making it a choice, you have placed responsibility on her.
Are we not responsible for these lands?
Personal
Are you
responsibility.
claiming she cannot claim responsibility?
Certainly
And why do we
not.
speak of responsibility like she is a child? She may only have the memories of up to 2 years ago, but she bears the scars mentally of more than that.
To carry the weight of another's life and what they bring to yours is a matter of perspective, and it is not one that Katya wanted to see. I imagine she's accustomed to seeing things she doesn't want to see, but it was, as I said, unkind to place her in this position. Garou, I am intrigued to see this change of heart. I'm encouraged. I've always thought you a stalwart ally, but I have never before considered you potentially a good man, and it will be interesting to see if this holds true. Katya does not owe you forgiveness, of course. But in... Good lord. How about we take a little pause? Sorry.
A little
What want to
pause.
say, Ziggy?
Little pause.
Little
pause.
pause.
Tell me how you really feel,
Yeah.
Ziggy.
Little pause. Yeah.
She's defending Sophia.
That's how
It's
pissed
okay.
Katya is.
Yeah,
It's okay. She can defend Sophia.
She heard us talking smack. Wow.
Or Katya,
Is she
rather.
eating the microphone? Okay, we're good.
We're good.
Katya has suffered much at your hands. To make her responsible for your resurrection makes her responsible for her own future suffering. It is up to you, Garou, whether you will inflict this upon her or whether you will make her decision retroactively easier. But she can't know that. She has been placed in a situation where she has no agency but was told that she had some. This is a very painful experience for anyone. She feels responsible for something that was not her choice, because there is only one moral choice in this situation, and Katya is a good person, even though she does not believe this of herself.
Garou rifles around his pack once again, pulls out the book. Turns to a page, he sets about his stuff, starts setting up a camp, and he says, "Come, gather around, and let me tell you the story of tall-hearted Juju. He was always one to wander. Adventure teased his heart, curiosity that flirted with danger. He found a sphinx in the deserts of Kalimshan. Its great and terrible gaze held him for days. It was his heart that freed him, as he convinced the creature that one day he would repay its mercy with kindness. And as sure as the night becomes day, the crown came. The Sphinx's great treasure and knowledge pilfered, its home collapsed, lost to the shifting sands, its wings plucked, tied down and left to sear under the sun. It wasn't long until Juju found the creature delirious from the heat. Without hesitation, he upheld his word, broke its chains. She fled into the winds, but its last words held no riddles. A heart can kiss or it can bite, but whether it's with words or actions, kindness is never wasted. Closes the book.
How could you have possessed that story yet still question me about kindness?
We will see. All in good time. I think it's best if we rest. If Katya is here in the morning, we continue our mission.
Austin, at some point, like 10 minutes ago, we were going to ask for an insight check of some kind. I don't know if the moment has passed, but I'd love to roll dice. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut Kireek off.
No, it's good.
I mean, if I may, I think I'll just close with this.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yes.
I do not regret the choice that was offered. It opened a conversation that needed to be had. And if nothing else, it demonstrated that while this alliance does stand, it is very fragile. Take that as you may.
Garou merely nods, rubs his neck once again, and lays down to go to sleep.
You guys set up your tents. Not long from now, you hear the pitter-patter of rainfall, knowing that at least here in this place, it will not sicken or infect you.
Oh, in that case, Triss is going to be out in the rain.
You sit out in the rain,
Makes
feeling
meditation
it
more
fall
interesting.
on you. The 8 hours that you need pass. You come to consciousness. Katya is not there.
If she got kidnapped, we're going to look like real assholes.
And my question remains, what now?
Well, in another life, previous me would have relished the thought. But we must go hunt down Katya.
Another life.
This was yesterday.
Yeah, I died yesterday.
Anyway, it's been a big thing. Anyone who wishes to can roll an insight check.
Oh, thank God.
All right.
I'll roll. I'll throw guidance on top of that.
Does the talisman that Garou gave Kireek, is that part of Malar or is that part of?
The talisman still stands.
Oh, okay.
The
I'm
talisman
not gonna
remains.
use it, but I just wanted it reminded me.
I have not changed out any of my invocations.
Okay. Cool.
I rolled a 7 and a 6 today, so that is a 15.
Okay.
8.
8. I think even on a 15, you look at the fresh dew that's fallen in this place, the animals romping in the water, and I think you know two things are true, Triss.
Mm-hmm.
One, Katya doesn't want to be found, otherwise she wouldn't have left.
Yeah.
2, the Beastlands can't wait for you to figure everything out, or for you to work everything out with her.
Yep. Do we have a copy of the map or only Katya?
I mean,
Only Katya does.
No,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I
Okay.
didn't think about that.
All right, I'm gonna. Triss has been awake for 4 hours, pointedly noticing Katya not coming back.
Luckily, Garou has been here before, so
Yup,
although he
yeah.
doesn't
Luckily, Garou has been here before.
he doesn't have an overview, but he can probably get a solid sense of direction, and he has seen the map.
Yeah.
Kireek has also seen the map, and he can just recreate it perfectly.
Oh,
Cool.
there you go.
Awesome.
The good news is,
It's like you don't even need Katya.
So the question is where. It's like you don't even really need her. The question is where. What are you going to do? Remaining members of the hunting party. What are you going to do?
We have to acquire some clams. Let's go to the. Let me check my notes. Place that the guy mentioned.
Is the what was the
sessile
lizard?
pools.
Sessile pools.
What was the lizard that was here the other day?
Oh, it was a big
The
old
monitor
monitor
lizard?
lizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it still here?
Oh, he's still here. Yeah. You have a
Garou
suspicion
will-
he doesn't often move from that spot.
Garou will walk up to the monitor lizard and in beat speech and say, "A friend of the lizard lord and a friend of ours has taken some time for herself. If you can spread the word, let her know that we are going to the sessile pools. And if she wishes to find us again, that is where we will be."
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
We're gonna be collecting claims for a while.
Yeah, we are. 13 plus 16.
Yusi opens a sleepy eye and says, "If I see her, I shall pass it along."
Okay. Well, that's the best Garou can do.
Cool. All right.
So what are the next steps?
Mission continues to the sessile pools.
And you need to
Kireek.
learn this power from the crystal thing the Kireek gave us.
Kireek
are
will give a
relying
quizzical
on
look and look at Tristine. When an ally falls, we pick them back up.
If Katya doesn't want to be found, I have no way of remedying this situation. As you said, she's an adult and she makes her own choices.
So what exactly has changed? A choice has been offered.
The choice was made. She hasn't come back. We can't sit here and wait for her while the Beastlands becomes more and more corrupt and every living thing here that does not enjoy our protection suffers. We have a mission as Unicorn Knights.
I think Kireek's just gonna keep staring at her.
I have no way to track down Katya, and if she does not want to be found, my talents have never lain in large-scale or long-term communication. I cannot find her under my own power, and alternatives are not currently viable. If she does not want to be found, she does not want to be found. The Beastlands are infinite. She could be anywhere.
Remember, this is the same wizard who leapt from plane to plane.
Perhaps I am beginning to see why.
That's fucking cold as hell, Kireek.
Dude.
All right.
I don't know, man.
Kireek, the choice is yours and you may do what you wish, but you are the only one of us who can use this power to create the tools we need to cleanse the Beastlands. I'm asking you to do at least this before you make whatever choice you wish to make about our continued travels together.
I mean, so this would have to take a day, like, outside of the game, this would have to take, like, a day of downtime for me to learn the spell, like, just inherently, you know?
True.
So, yeah.
Then
So, I
it
mean-
seems if we do that here, where we are not in danger of getting rain poisoned whenever, that seems like a more sensible thing than going to the sessile pools first and exposing ourselves to whatever dangers are there when we don't even have the ability to do anything there yet. So
Garou says, no need to worry about the corruption. It seems my patron has gifted me the ability to negate its worst effects. I have greater restoration.
yes.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, thank God. Well, that's
I
extremely
only have it
cool.
about 3 times a day, though, so it's like...
That's fine. 3 party members, man.
I was gonna say,
3
you're down
party
someone,
members.
you're
No,
great. It's
I mean,
perfect.
he counts.
Great
in the
restoration.
I see.
In the meantime, and also Kireek can't get diseased, right?
If I have to,
He
I have
has
to,
an
like, activate
ability.
the power, basically,
Oh, okay.
but...
It's not
yes.
passive, yeah.
No.
In the meantime, on our way to the pools, we keep an eye out for Katya.
Which direction are the pools?
Sessile pools, they're back towards the branches of Ixuso. We gotta go across the map.
East.
Yes.
Or east.
So
ish.
Katya was going fully the wrong direction. Also,
Almost
Katya
due
was going
east, a little
south?
bit north. You
Also,
guys will have
Austin.
to... Yes.
as I was saying, like, I have no way to find her, I think an idea comes to me. Can I, like, see if there are any rats around the pool in this oasis? I can't speak in
yeah.
beast speech, so I'm gonna need to rely on Garou for this one. But I do think that, like, that's kind of the Rat Lord's whole thing.
Yeah, if only you
Oh,
were the party
actually-
member who made a deal to never harm another rat again.
Actually,
Make
if we want to
make
speak
a-
with beasts, give me about
make
10
a
minutes.
perception check.
Make a perception check? Okay.
Yeah.
I
sorry,
can cast
Wally, what did you say?
speak with animals.
Oh, you can cast it so other people can?
Yes. I can. I picked it up with my Book of Secrets. I can ritual cast it.
God, I'm not proficient
onto
in
other
these.
people.
Not being Kiana is so hard, you guys. Good God! I'm not even gonna fucking dignify it. I rolled today a 6, a 7, and a 2.
There was very little dice rolling. You start to look around, and you turn up nothing. And I think you also maybe recall that when you met the Rat Lord, he was batting down the hatches.
All the
Yeah.
rats went to ground, so
Yeah.
Yes.
even if this place is safe, he probably doesn't know that because he's gone to ground.
So there are currently no rats that you can find.
Well, I'm fully out of ideas.
Oh no, I can only speak with animals. Is only self. Never mind. You can't cast.
Don't
it
you
on
already
other
have
people.
beast speech?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you even have that spell?
All I know,
Why do we even have
Kireek
that?
Kireek will go and will reach for the long strand of hair that he found, show it to the other two, and say,
All I know is this. The direction she went is not the direction we will be going.
And which direction was that again?
I point in like the southeasternly direction, or south, whatever. Yeah.
Yep, southeasterly.
Okay.
With no way to communicate to her, and the Beastlands in danger.
Man, if only we had like just a free use of a level 5 or lower spell slot spell.
Silence. Triss is not bringing it up. And if no one else brings it up, she's gonna be fine.
To cast sending, the most important spell in
Silence.
existence.
We don't need to talk about this right now.
you use Minor Wish to cast Sending 3 times and get cursed. Something that basically all D&D campaigns hand wave with a Sending Stone at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Garou will bring it up. I do not wish to leave her behind. I think
Oh.
I would not wish that she be left behind either. You have a debt to pay.
I would like to use the monkey's paw.
We shouldn't do that.
Yeah, sure.
All right, listen. In that temple, you may have noticed curses were suppressed, including one that I didn't realize I was under, which has left me much to think about. When I attuned to the monkey's paw, it refused to allow me to reject it anymore. I could not even conceive of letting it go. It didn't encourage me to use it, simply to keep it. And when I removed my attunement, it felt as though its influence was perhaps more insidious and far-reaching than I had realized at the time. I would strongly advise against any of us attuning to it.
Consider, however, he is well versed in.
All right, never mind.
He just got
With the
free
paw.
of an evil warlock patron, and Kireek's like, what if we cursed Garou again immediately?
One of the spells that the paw allowed me to access would have allowed me to break the curse, but I couldn't even conceive of doing it. I didn't realize there was an influence on my mind. I've never experienced anything like it. At least I hope not. Regardless, Katya has the ability to cast Sending. If she wants to reach us, she is the only one of us who can. If she wants to find us, she can.
Do you not think she will use this instance as leverage that we do not care for her?
I don't see how that matters. We have far bigger things to worry about. The Beastlands is becoming sicker by the day. Katya can feel however she feels. That is not incorrect. I'm not trying to win an argument preemptively. We have clams to find.
I do not wish.
I can't say vibes, but Kireek wants to say I don't want the vibes to be rancid anymore.
The vibes are already rancid.
I know! I'm saying that if we keep if like, you know, we leave Katya to the proverbial fishes or whatever, then rancidity will continue.
Katya is an adult and possibly one of the most powerful spellcasters I've ever met who wasn't me. I think that she will be very fine, and if she needs us, she can find us far better than any of us can find her.
I question whether she realizes her own power. She was threatened by him.
Enough. Knights, compose yourselves. There's still a mission to do. I agree, Katya is perhaps the strongest among us, the most patient, and yet she has her limits. I will do my best to reach out to whatever animals I can, so that she understands where we are going, where we are headed, and for her to take her time. She's welcome here. And in the meantime, it is my understanding that things were said, some unkind, some harsh.
Not unnecessary, however.
I was not there to make that, to agree with that. However, in the meantime, for the vibes.
Thank you.
We can't put this in his lexicon. It's too dangerous.
Let's try to have
vibes.
Or rancid.
Like, god damn it. There's so much that Kireek wants to say
There we go.
fucking can't. I'm at my limit here, guys.
The Garou says, despite its conditions, the Beastlands are still a place of wonder. Let's try to enjoy it.
All right. Mission first. Kireek, I propose we take a day, you internalize the power from this crystal, then we make our way to the sessile pools. This gives us a little more time. If Katya returns, if we find some way to potentially reach her... we go talk to the Kireek again, have to fight our shadow selves a second time. Just be like, hey, have you seen Katya? Where is she?
Do you know where she went? Come and beat the shit. Do you know where she went? We lost her.
Hey, we don't have to, there's no anti-Katya to fight that time around, so,
That's true, that's
The
true.
one who went down like
It'd
a
be fucked up if
bitch
we
early
still have
on.
to fight an anti-Katya because we still consider her part of the party.
Alright, so yes, a day. Kireek, do what you can with the crystal. I will continue to send messages through the animals. And Tristine,
Complete the
come
sentence.
with me. Come with me if you'd like.
No, we are past the edge of the map on Tristine's abilities. She has no utility spells because a certain wizard, during character creation, told her not to take any. I mean, you want something blown up? You want something hit with any elemental power? I am your gal. You need any utility spell? My gal is missing.
Yeah, I guess we will wait the one day. I will spend that time, talking to whatever animals to make sure Katya gets the message. And, we're waiting. We'll give her the one day before.
I'll try and do a forage check.
Oh, there we go. I will give you my herbalism kit in order to do so.
Before we get too far into that is all things that we will take care of in the following episode.
God
or perhaps
damn
the
it.
episode after that, depending on when we catch up with Katya, because now we get to do Katya's Katya's alone arc.
Zuko alone?
Katya's solo arc.
You
Katya alone.
motherfuckers! Okay. Do you want us to go in the other chat? You want to record another hour?
We are coming to the end of this episode. However, I am going to ask everyone else jump to the end, the other chat. Say your goodbyes now.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Triss has just rediscovered the power of friendship, and you pull this. Can't believe this shit. All right, bye. See you next week.
No friends to be found here, unfortunately.
All right. Sophia, with the little bit of daylight left, you're able to make it out past the huge stone peaks that surround the Dama, and find yourself on the bank of the West River, the river that you were crossing further downstream when you were attacked by the Mortai. It's here that you make camp. I'd like for you to please roll for weather. So go ahead and roll 2d6 for me.
Yeah.
We are going to say this is officially the first day of fall in the Beastlands. So the weather here is now starting to turn a little bit less favorable. And there is no weather effects in the Kirins. The other players didn't have to roll because the Kirin keeps it nice all the time. However, out here where you are, Katya, go ahead. What do you roll on 2d6?
7 total. A 1 and a 6.
7. Strong winds. Any creature that is flying treats it as difficult terrain.
I'm walking on solid ground. Katya did not take the carpet.
Yes, so while your hair is whipped and occasionally you have to hold on to the brim of your cap, you are, not slowed down in any way. You take your rest out of the rain, come out the following day, having left all of your previous party behind. How does Katya feel in this moment?
Much like the wind brewing around her, I think she could best be described as stormy. Katya has long been feeling more and more alone in the group, but Kireek was kind of the last one who she never expected to make her feel so isolated, and I think she's struggling a lot to deal with the fact that the first group she had in a while that had really felt like maybe they could be a safe harbor was just as impossible to truly be herself with as every other group she's ever encountered. So I think that she is trying to be calm because she knows that navigating these lands is difficult, but it is a tense calm.
For sure. Well, as you gather yourself in this tense calm, you look across the river that you're going to have to find some way to cross.
Yes.
You get a sending, which I think this may be the first time that you've not been the first one to reach out.
Oh my god, I did
that
not
instead
get
it
left
came
on
to
the
you
red.
first. You hear, as you gather yourself and start to try to think of a way across this river, you hear Ophelia's voice come to you in your mind. You get the following message. In the grove, Lyssandra's here. Says she knows you. Also says things are worse than we thought. Need to talk. Where can we find you?
Understood. I am heading to the Prowl, domain of the Cat Lord. If safe, meet me there. If not, I'll come to you.
Okay. And with that, we will go ahead and close out this episode. And we will see you next week for Campaign 3, Season 3, Episode 4 of Rolling with Difficulty Hunting Party. See you then.
Bye.
Later days.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Hunting Party, a Rolling with Difficulty campaign. We'll return to the Beastlands next week with another thrilling quarry, but if you miss us before then, be sure to check out Rolling with Difficulty on socials and our Discord server. If you enjoyed the show, please rate us and leave a comment or review on your preferred podcast platform, like and subscribe on YouTube, and if you really enjoyed the show, consider becoming a patron for even more exclusive benefits like monthly bonus art, fictions, and more created by our cast. I've been doing a series of the deck of silly things cards, illustrated and with little descriptions about what they are and what they mean. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check that out over on the Patreon. Got all that, knights? Good. The trail is still warm. Time to resume the hunt.